Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel where we try to seek the good. I hope all of you are having a nice day today. And for those of you that are a bit new with this, let me give you a quick overview. Basically, this is a community-based channel where we try to seek the good things that happen in our days, both the big things and the little things. And we share all these things so we can be a bit more aware of the good things, the great things, and the positive things that happen in our days to make everything just a bit better. So with that being said, let me tell you about the 3 things that happened in my day to make my day better today. If you watched the previous video, you'll probably know that my day yesterday was not the best day, and I kind of had a pick-me-up day today. Nothing like real extreme happened to just make my day just so much better than yesterday, but it was just better in some small ways. The first way is that it was just a lot easier. It wasn't as stressful, it wasn't as demanding. The day literally opened up with me not having to screen. And part of that has to do with my clinic has decided not to really screen anymore since Texas has dropped the mask mandate. And while it's something I don't necessarily agree with, it has been nice to just like wake up later in the day and get some extra sleep in. So I've really enjoyed that. I also had more time in the mornings to actually do things that I needed to work on. And they had me doing computer work today as well. So things were a bit more laid back. I got to listen to my podcast while I worked. Got to work on some more event monitors that we are planning on using in the future. So I'm becoming more involved with that. And so it was just a nice way to get back on track after a pretty bad day yesterday, so I was pretty happy with it. I had a pretty good day. Still had some good interactions with patients because I got to float later on in the day, and it was just a pretty good bounce back. So lots of good things that happened there. And moving on from that, going into the second good thing that happened today, it was actually something good more for Domino than it was for myself. Whenever I got home, I could see him through the window, and usually he's just like up at the window waiting for me to get in there, but I actually saw him before he saw me this time. So I saw him laying in the couch, and just when he saw me, just like slowly lifted his head and slowly got up. So you could tell he was like having a lazy kind of day, something like that, where he didn't have a whole lot of energy. But we have to keep doing our walks because 1, it gets him exercise, and 2, it gets my wife and I some exercise. So after we finish getting ready, we go take him on a walk. He's not jerking around or running around like he normally does. And something that you need to keep in mind is that he gets super excited when he sees other people and other dogs. And we haven't been able to break him out of the habit of it yet, but he likes to jump. And that usually deters people and their dogs away. So he doesn't really get to interact with them, and that kind of makes him sad, but we're trying to work on him on that so people don't think he's like being aggressive with them or anything like that. But we had some friendly people approach us today that weren't really deterred by him jumping or anything like that. They gave him lots of pets. They adored his name. And they just spent a lot of time with him, and he got to do lots of jumps and all of that. He was super excited to get that kind of attention from just total strangers, and it was something that we enjoyed for him. It was a good experience, and it's something he doesn't get enough of whenever we take him out on walks. So we were real happy with that, and that was another good thing that happened for Domino today. So good things right there. Then finally, to wrap things up for the day, my wife and I got home, and we kind of started the show yesterday, but on Netflix they have done a anime adaptation of Pacific Rim called Pacific Rim Black, which basically takes place after both the Pacific Rim movies. I don't want to get into too many details, but if you're a Pacific Rim fan, you would love the show. And it also has a bit more going on to it than you would really expect from those kind of movies and shows. So it's been a good watch so far. My wife and I have watched a couple more episodes. We may watch a couple more whenever we head to bed here in just a moment, but been pretty nice so far, and we have enjoyed watching it so far, and I can't wait to find out what happens next. So good things there. Maybe we'll start a movie marathon for Pacific Rim movies once we finish up with the show. that tends to be what happens with us whenever we start watching stuff. So that's probably the direction this is heading. And finally, to wrap things up, we have the compliment of the day, which is something I do whenever I interact with patients or coworkers throughout the day. I just try to give a little bit of a compliment in order to make their days just a little bit better. And the compliment that stood out to me today was this patient I had brought back for the old head doctor that was having clinic today. He was the head doctor whenever I started working there, but he's thinking about retirement, so he passed on that position to a different doctor, and now he's just kind of on his way to retirement, trying to wind down on some things. So I got one of his patients today, and since I was floating the second half of the day, I was trying to bounce between him and two other doctors. Got to interact with this 90-year-old patient and her daughter. Brought them back. They were so nice. They told me all the problems that were going on, but we just had a lot of talking that we got to do. They thought I was very professional, very nice, especially meant a lot whenever the daughter was a retired registered nurse, so that was extra nice. They had nothing but praise for me, and they also had a cool blue purse and an interesting bee mask that was kind of bejeweled on one side and kind of plain on the other. So both of those definitely stood out to me, and their attitude stood out to me, and all that would have been enough just in and of itself. But fortunately, I was also standing by the room whenever they finished up with their meeting with with the doctor. Not going to give out any names here. And whenever he was leaving, they asked him to tell me that I was doing a great job and I was super professional and super polite. And I just got to hear some glowing praise from him and from those patients, and it was just so nice because I was right there. And we got to joke about it a bit whenever they exited the room, so they definitely made my day better, just like interacting with them. So more good things right there. And that'll do it for the video today. So just to give a recap, the first good thing that happened is things were kind of a nice bounce back from yesterday. Things were a bit more easygoing for me. I got to do computer work. I got to go back, acquire some new responsibilities with event monitors, and I got to sleep in today and just got to rest and recharge mentally from yesterday. So that was all together a nice way to recover from yesterday. So good things right there. Another good thing that happened, Domino got to just be excited and receive a lot of attention from strangers, and they weren't intimidated by him jumping around. So really appreciate those strangers' kindness, and I know he appreciated it too. He doesn't get to do that as often as we would like him to. Another good thing that happened there, my wife and I kind of started a new Pacific Rim show yesterday, and we continue watching it today, and so far it's a really good show, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Then finally, to wrap things up, we have the compliment of the day, which goes to elderly lady with her nice blue purse and her daughter with her bejeweled bee mask, and their really positive attitude and their positive feedback for me. Just really appreciated the conversations I had with them, and I appreciated that they saw me as professional and polite. And with all that, that does it for the video today. So if you guys had something positive that happened in your day, please feel free to share down in the comments below so we can continue to share the good things that happen all around us. And if you aren't comfortable with that, that's okay. I hope you'll consider taking something positive away from these videos to make your day just a little bit better. Also, if you like the video or like any of the content on the channel, I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing at some point, just so you can keep up with future good things that happen. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you continue to have a nice day, and this has been Seek the Good. Goodbye!